Good evening. Welcome to Oconee County Board of Commissioners meeting. Today is Tuesday, February the 4th, 2025. After a moment of silence, we're going to ask Justin to lead us in the pledge. Please stand.
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our first item of business will be to approve the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
Second. A motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Do you have any statements or remarks from citizens? This is for anything not on tonight's agenda. Any statements or remarks from commissioners? Our next item will be to approve the minutes from January 7th, January 28th, January 29th strategic planning meeting, January 29th joint meeting with the Board of Education, and the January 29th town hall meeting.
I make a motion, we approve all the minutes as submitted.
Okay.
A motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Next item is discuss and consider the bid award for the Snows Mill and Lane Creek Roundabout. Jody?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. This item of business is the bid award for ITB 25-12-007, construction of a roundabout at Snows Mill Road and Lane Creek Road. We received 12 bids. Sole Construction LLC was the lowest responsible bidder with a bid of $457,841. Public Works recommends approving the bid award to Sole Construction LLC with a not-to-exceed price of $457,841, authorizing the chairman to execute the necessary documents and approving future budget amendments up to the contract amount for the life of the project. And the financial budget for this would be T-Splost, and it is within budget.
Do you have any questions for Jody?
Could he give us a timeline on the project or start and finish?
Yes, I believe we put 6 months completion from notice to proceed to finish. And the contractor is comfortable with being able to build it under traffic and not use a detour. So
How quick we give them the notice to proceed?
once it's approved, we'll get the PO in and make sure we have all their contract documents, things like that. Notice to proceed will probably within the next 2 weeks, we should have a notice to proceed.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Any public comment? All right, we'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the bid award as stated.
There we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Our next item is discuss and consider the design services contract for the courthouse capital improvement project. This is one we talked about at our strategic planning meeting. Our design firm will be PPI, and the contract is will not exceed $283,000. That includes $195,000 for design and for construction documents and procurement, and then $88,000 for construction administration. I'll be happy to answer any questions on it. Do we have any public comment? Is that public comment? Yeah. Very good. I will entertain a motion for this item.
Make a motion, we approve the design service contract courthouse capital improvement project.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Next item is discuss and consider the sale of abandoned right-of-way on Hodges Mill Road.
Under Georgia law, dealing with disposing of county right of way, statute says that if there's a piece of land that can't really be developed except by the adjoining owners, paraphrase that you can negotiate and sell that property to the adjoining owners, which we have been in the process of doing for the last couple of months. The property was appraised at $115,000. It's the abandoned right-of-way of Hodges Mill Road, where it was relocated when Mars Hill Road was put in, that the board abandoned, I think in October. And we have a contract before you tonight to sell that for $150,000 to WC Land Holdings LLC. To 30-day closing. There are two important provisions in the contract. One is that the existing utility easements will be maintained, but that the purchaser will have the right to relocate those at his expense, subject to our rules and regulations and oversight. Because it goes right down the middle of the road, of course, that can have a pretty big impact on their property. The second thing is there are actually two adjoining landowners. They're owned by the same couple of guys, and one of the companies is going to give us a waiver of their right, essentially assign their right to WC Land Holdings, because that's the entity they want to use for development when they get around to development. Property will have the zoning of the properties that it adjoins, so there's some different zones that it moves through. Technically, we probably don't actually have to have a contract, but I think it's an easier way to do it. It gives everybody involved kind of a roadmap of how we're going to get this closed. So I'd ask for a motion to approve the contract for purchase and sale WC Land Holdings for $150,000.
Do you have any questions from commissioners on that? Do we have any public comment? We'll entertain a motion at this time. We have a motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. The next item is discuss and consider lease of parking spaces on the health department property.
This would be an agreement for shared use of 22 parking spaces between the health department and the old library property. As it exists, the library property is a little deficient in parking, and the owner of that has come to the county and asked for the ability to use some of the health department parking. And we've negotiated an agreement that would pay $175 a month for shared use. And the owner of the library property would then have responsibility for maintenance of those spaces. Donald Hansford and I have gone back a bit back and forth about the agreement. I think it's in good shape. They can either pay it $175 a month or $2,100 a year. So a motion to approve the shared parking and signage easement. There's a provision for a little small sign.
I'll make that motion as stated.
You got a question?
Oh, sorry about that.
All right. One question, I'm just curious, is, will it be designated for them for private parking, or if somebody pulls in there for the health department, accidentally parks in there?
It's shared, so it's open to the health department, people from the health department too.
Okay,
The way I think about it is it's kind of overflow parking for both facilities.
okay.
Any other questions from commissioners? Do you have any public comment? Yeah, we'll entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion as stated.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Does any commissioner wish any item to come off the consent agenda? We'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as submitted. Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Commissioner Saxon,
Motion to adjourn.
we're adjourned.